Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of TCG Talk, back today with another video. And in today's video, I'm super excited to be talking about Alpha Clash again. It's been too long, it's been like a month since we made a video, and we're going to be making some good Alpha Clash videos here this week and in the coming weeks. But today, we're going to be talking about the rest of their organized play roadmap, so to speak, for the rest of the year. Garrett and Ridge made an amazing video, as you can see here. Go check it out after this, talking about everything. We're going to go over the article breakdown that they have, because it's a really good one-stop shop for everything, as well as talk about some other amazing subsidiary products they're coming out with this year, and just kind of have fun with it. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hopefully you enjoy your stay. If you're a long-standing supporter, thank you so much as always. Feel free to check out the Discord down below, as well as the creator worksheet for access to a lot of creators who cover this game and other games that I cover on the channel, and we'll get right into it. So there's a lot of information here, and I'm going to try to do it, somewhat efficiently in like a 10 to 15 minute video, but it truly is a lot. And I haven't made an Alpha Clash video in like a month, and that has nothing to do with anything of like what I do or don't want to cover, anything like that. I've just been super busy, and then some of the Flesh and Blood stuff came out, all that good stuff. So we're going to be doing more Alpha Clash content, getting back to it this week and this month. I'm going to be doing the rest of my color overviews for each color. I'm going to be doing another lore series video. I did 2 already, so go check those out if you want to know more about the lore of this game, which is its strongest point, or one of its strongest points. I'll be doing part 3 of that, and I'll also be doing very soon a Siege of the Forgotten PvE experience video. Alpha Clash was kind enough to send this to me. It comes out in August, and it's basically a PvE kit where you can play with 1 to 5 players, the 5th player being the boss if you want to do like PvE, but the E is one of your guys. But you can go up to 1v1, 2v1, 3v1, 4v1, and the boss scales in difficulty the more people you have. And it's a whole PvE kit with boss cards, and it's just a one-stop shop PvE experience. It's really sick. So we're going to be doing a video on that as well. I'm going to try to get with a local game store and see if I can set up in their streaming room and make like a nice edited video for y'all. Actually use what little editing skills I've learned over my time in order to do that. So that'll be fun. But today we're talking about organized play. When it comes to Alpha Clash, the one thing I wanted to bring up again that I've brought up in other videos whenever I'm singing their praises is, I just can't say enough good things about what they're doing. They always say that they're an indie TCG, which they are, but they also just the decisions they're making, and the how do I put this, the uniqueness and the intent of everything that they do is just so good, right? They have this fun first mentality where they're trying to have this competitive TCG that's balanced and makes sense, and the cards make sense, and all that stuff. But they try to implement things that are just fun and that make you want to play the game, whether you are a top meta deck player and you just want to play it semi-competitively, or if you just want to have fun and hang out with friends, even at the highest of levels, like a Pro Tour level. And we'll kind of talk about that here in a second. But the first one is Siege of the Forgotten, will be coming out in August. The PvE experience, as you can see in the background here with Ridge and Garrett. That also Spoils of the Forgotten, the next set, will be coming out in August as well. And then they went into different things. So the first thing they jumped into was some of the upcoming Clash Grounds. Clash Grounds, for anyone that's not aware, are kind of like their marquee, like big regional events. Even you can consider them national level events, depending on where you're at in the timing. So the first one is Clash Ground Makati. I hope I'm saying that right, in the Philippines. The Philippines have taken off with this game. It's probably the most the biggest region right now, I would say, in terms of just overall player base. Super cool. And they also released the event card here, which is really cool. So for anyone that's not aware, again, fun first mentality. Alpha Clash implements these little things that make their game unique and different and fun, while also providing a good TCG experience. This is called the Hidden Hand. This is a relic accessory card, which means it starts on the field on your side for both players. Each player will have a copy of this, and it will start in play at turn 0 of the game. What these event cards are meant to do is shake up the meta a little bit. They're meant to add a dynamic to each match that forces the meta to alter a little bit. For example, last event they had a event card that basically nullified on enter abilities at least once per turn, which was super powerful because in this game on-laner abilities are really big. So decks that like green decks that were really, really powerful, and even some of the top decks, were kind of thwarted a little bit, and people had to change their decks a little bit. And they usually release these with a month or two advance. That way you have plenty of time to build the deck and change your deck how you want it. But for this one, it had exclusive and safeguards. Exclusive means you only can run one on the field at a time. Safeguard means it basically can't be removed by effects. While you control a clash ground, your contender gets +1/+0, so +1 attack. The first time a clash ground you control comes into play, draw a card. Counterattack, engage. If an opponent controls a clash ground, target clash card gets super speed until the end of turn. So this is just the big picture of this is each person will have this starting in the game, and it basically is going to make clash grounds so much more impactful, which could change the entire thing. There's a lot of one-cost clash grounds. For anyone that's not aware of clash grounds, they work similar to Pokemon stadiums in Pokemon, where like a player will put a clash ground on the field, and it's a symmetrical effect. It affects both players depending on what its text is. And then when someone else plays a clash ground, it replaces that clash ground because only one can be on the field at a time. So if you can control a clash ground, now your contender is attacking for +1 damage, which could be very impactful because if you have a defensive contender that naturally has 0 attack, now they're a 1/1, which is very good. If you have a very offensive-minded contender, like one of the Magnates, it's like 2-0, or like Clarity's, the black side of Clarity, it could now be attacking for 3-0, which is just insane. And then it says the first time each turn a clash ground you control comes into play, draw a card, which is also very impactful because there's certain clash grounds that already have you draw cards, so you can start to get card advantage. But then it also has some defensive capabilities. If an opponent controls a clash ground, target clash card gets super speed until end of turn. So when someone attacks you or attacks a unit you have, if they have a clash ground, you can engage this, give your unit super speed, which is like first strike, and potentially kill the unit first before your unit dies. So super, super good. This is going to be at the Clash Ground Makati in September. Super cool, and it's going to really change. The funny thing is, this doesn't change like what contenders are good in the meta so much as just adds on to the important aspects of Clash Grounds in the play, right? Because most people run 4 to 6 Clash Grounds really in any given deck. So they also have bounty contenders. So every marquee event, again, just give them a little context for maybe new reviewers to the game, they have bounties. So anyone who's ever played a TCG, if you play like an off-meta hero that you just love, like me in Flesh and Blood, I love Arachne Huntsman or something like that, they do what's called a bounty. So these are contenders that normally don't win a lot or are like, not as popular on a competitive side. They basically do a bounty for each color. So for white, or for black, really, they're doing Shadowlight Bright Beacon. As you can see, Shadowlight's right here. Then they have Paul the Waiter, Mean Streak Boosted, which was over there, right here. And then they have Warcry for white. And then for green, they have the original Magnate Awakened right here. So if you take one of these contenders to the Clash Ground and you are the highest placing person on that contender, you will receive a 101 bounty promo with your chosen contender, something like this, like a full art cool thing, and then you'll also get $100. The funny thing about this is, let's say you choose Paul and you're the only Paul player at that event. Well, congrats, you were the top placing Paul player, so you get the 101 bounty promo. So it's just a really cool way to incentivize players to play other contenders, not just like the high meta ones. Super, super cool. Really excited about that. The Clash Ground champion will also go home with a gold prize card, Death Chaos Bringer, which I also wanted to pull up here. This isn't the exact gold card, but it's coming from an upcoming comic book. Top 8 will be rewarded a silver prize card of Overwhelming Burst, which is another thing of the upcoming comic. One of the cool things that Alpha Clash does is they create their comics first, and then they create cards based off key points in that comic and in that story. So a lot of these will have like a lot of sentimental or like, emotional lore ties to key points in the story, which is really, really sick. And we haven't even seen the artwork for these fully yet as far as the card is concerned. There is another comic series coming out in September, likely alongside this Clash Ground, so we will be seeing that here in the future. And then they have the prizing. The prizing's, the pricing is pretty good for what they're trying to do. They like these to be marquee events. These aren't meant to be like these crazy high dollar amount events. It's really just like a cool, awesome kind of community culminating event where everybody comes to do battle, has some fun, plays some side events, which are going to have a lot of, and stuff like that. Then they have ClashCon in October 24th through 26th. I will be going to this. I'm super excited about this. It is in Nashville, Tennessee. They're going to be doing over $35,000 in cash and prizes. There will be a Pro Tour event here as well. The Rising Empire Studios team is going to be there. And if you click here, I'll open it up really fast. It's going to be super fun. They have different sponsors. This is kind of like their Pro Tour level event, right? A lot of the head honchos for the Alpha Class TCG will be there, like Garrett, Josh, and Ridge. They'll also be having some other kind of dev team talks, some social and trading nights. They're going to be doing a lot of side events, draftable draft nights, all that good stuff. So it's a 3-day event, and it's something I'm super excited to go to. They have promos for it. This is for ClashCon. You're going to get this awesome playmat from probably from the upcoming comic book, Hunger of the Void, and then you also get a promo card that goes along with it. They're also going to have exclusive items that you can only get there. They do a really good job at kind of making it worthwhile to go to these events. They're also going to be having a Pro Tour there. You have to have a tier 3 invite required in order to attend this Pro Tour, but the Pro Tour first place is getting $2,000, 8 booster boxes, bunch of champion promo cards, playmat, and then an invitation to subsequent events. This will be similar to the one up here, but I think it's a gold plated promo participation card in top 8, all that good stuff. And even in the Pro Tour, this is the cool thing about it, even in the Pro Tour, they are going to have bounties. So adding to the excitement of bounty contenders, there are 6 legendary bounties for this one. So again, if you go to the Pro Tour, even a tier 4 event or tier 3 event, you are able to still participate in the bounty program. So Weber, Alpha Aster, Kagan, Sanai, and Clarity Deadly Duelist are going to be, and then also Cao Ling are going to be your bounties. So if you decide to take one of these contenders and you were one of the top placers at the Pro Tour with them, you will get the one-of-one bounty cards. A Clarity from the Shadows gold promo awaits the champion, while Cataclysmic Surge is a silver promo for top 8, and then Hunger of the Void will be for top 16. So they also have a Pro Tour event that's going to be super awesome. They're doing a lot of things with that. Their bounty contenders for the US one, again, are Weber, Alpha Aster, Kangan, Clarity, Sanai, and Cao Ling, which is really, really awesome. Then they also have a PvE gauntlet at Nashville. This is kind of a cool thing where they will be doing PvE as like an actual like competitive event. So you're gonna be able to sign up with a team of 4, get randomly assigned tables, and then fight the boss. And based off how you do against the boss, and I'm sure they have a scoring system already in place, they haven't delved that completely yet, you will get so many points for that round, and then you'll move on to the next one. And if you once you get, they're actually going to score and have a top 8. It says each round introduces new modifiers to keep teams on their toes. They will have 4 brand new event cards in every boss event deck, and 4 new minion clash cards to spice up every minion deck. All participants will take home 1 copy of each Gauntlet exclusive event and menu cards. So you'll get 8 promo cards that you get to take home, and those promo cards are also going to be randomly placed into the decks each round. So that's just so sick. One of these promo cards, they were talking about it, includes as you can see, these are the minion cards. Let's see if I can find it here. Yeah, one of the promo cards is a brand new PvE exclusive contender. So that's really cool, Mr. Pindervik. It's a 20. I haven't even read the ability yet. I won't bore you with that right now, or at least we have so much information. I don't want to go over it. But this is really cool. So you can enter in this event on top of like the regular constructed. They're going to have draft in the Pro Tour as well. It's going to be a mixed format. It used to be just constructed, so they're doing all of that, and they have also prizing associated with this PvE gauntlet. So that's going to be really fun. Then they're going to be doing a Clash Ground Dubai in November. Very similar to these other ones. They're going to be having exclusive promo cards, event cards. The event card is the same for all of the events. It's this hidden hand card. So super excited about that. And then they have the Pro Tour in Asia, which will be in the Philippines in December. They usually have a North American Pro Tour and a APAC Pro Tour so far. So that's what they have for the upcoming organized play, 4 really marquee events. And again, one of the key takeaways I wanted to bring into this is, as you can see, they're doing these big like competitive events, but they also just implement all these like just fun things that kind of like shake the event up and make it regardless of what your skill level is, regardless of where you sit as a competitive player or just a casual player, there's something for you to enjoy. The event cards spice things up, and you can try to, like, beat maybe more experienced players off of that by tuning your deck to it. They have the promo cards that kind of get placed into the event. They have the bounty system where you can just, you're not trying to win the event. You're just trying to be the best Weber or the best Cowling or wherever the case may be. And that's super sick. And then they're also implementing like full PvE gauntlet events, right? Where you can sign up with a team and do a PvE competitive event, which is just like so awesome, so cool. So they're doing a lot right now. They're also going to be coming out with Echoes of Eternity, as you can see in the bottom left corner right here. This is going to be the set that is going to be drafted at the Pro Tour. So they kind of pseudo announced that. That'll be coming out. I'm assuming it's going to come out just based off timing of the event, probably early to mid-October. And you will be drafting that alongside doing your constructed rounds in the Pro Tour. So that's all of it. I tried to go through as quickly as I could. Bottom line is 4 big Clash Grounds, lots of new event cards, lots of new stuff they're doing. They also opened up a store for anyone that's wanting to like get some merch. They have like hats, play mats, all that stuff. They're trying to really like allow people to get some cool stuff. They have the comic books for Torque, which is really cool. They have even some cups and stuff right here. They have the original novel, Awakening novel, which I highly suggest when I'm doing my lore guides and kind of giving you a synopsis of what's going on in the story. This is what I'm pulling from. I basically do 100 pages of content in like 20 minutes to try to give you the best I can. So super, super cool there. But yeah, definitely check this out. This game is just on another level in terms of what they're doing. This fun first mentality while also creating a competitive and balanced system. They have comic books alongside it, cool event cards, great promos. I mean, if you just want something that feels like the epitome of hobby culture while also being a good TCG, Alpha Clash is just the game you should be looking at. So hats off to Ridge and Garrett for another amazing execution on this. I can't wait for this game to continue to grow. I've been playing it at my local game store. I've brought it up to all 3 local LGSs in my area. All 3 are interested in bringing it on. We're already starting off weekly locals at 1 LGS, and I'm going to keep trying to grow it because this game just deserves it. It's that good. So hopefully enjoy this type of content and me kind of rambling here to giving you the organized play breakdown. I definitely would go check out the video that Garrett and Ridge talked about just to kind of get an idea of their personality types and what their focus is. Super, super awesome. Really excited. I know that Siege of the Forgotten will be being sold it can be sold at any store that does is a part of their Champions program. It'll also be sold on Team Covenant and a couple other places. And that's like, I guess, the last thing I'll leave you with. If you've made it to this far in the video, I appreciate you so much. If you're interested in this game, this doesn't work like other games. It's an indie TCG. Everything comes from Alpha Clash. They don't work through distributors anymore. So if you're interested in this, but a lot of stores are kind of scared, for lack of a better term, and that's not a bad thing, on trying out new games because it's a lot of ask to get through the distributor. They usually have to overbuy product or buy other product in order to get it. It's just a hassle. They don't do that. You can talk directly to Ridge by going through their website and going through their email system. And Ridge, basically your store can order a la carte. If your store wants 2 boxes of each set, he'll send them out. And then you can try to grow and cultivate your community. And let's say it doesn't work out for whatever reason. That would suck, but it doesn't. You can sell your boxes back to Alpha Clash. The store can. Not the players, but the store. And basically, so it eliminates the heavy risk that stores have in order to pick up a new game. And they basically redistribute those at like Clash Cons and other events for players. So definitely check this out. Super excited for it. Can't sing enough praises from Ridge and Garrett, and I hope they continue. Again, we will be doing more Alpha Clash content here in this coming weeks. I'm trying to split it up more now that we kind of got a lot of flesh and blood, new set release stuff out of the way. I'll be doing color overviews. I'm going to be doing lore dumps, talking about more of the lore of the game, and also be giving you some of my tier lists for top contenders, I think, or at least maybe top Clash Grounds will be the best thing to do for these contenders as we go into these Clash Ground events. But yeah, thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all. If you like this type of content, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe. If not me, go to another creator, leave a like, comment, subscribe on their stuff. Let's get more people playing Alpha Clash. The game deserves it. It's an amazing game. And yeah, I'll see y'all next time on TC Talk.